it should be included in any curriculum in every member state, not only a higher level, but also for children. I think it's important that the schools don't take that away from the curriculum. We need to have the remembrance and keep it alive. And what we did in my member state some years ago was that we founded a special institution that would reach out to children to actually enlighten them and share with them the testimonies of the people that we still have among us, and they recorded their testimonies of the horrors and the way that they managed to survive their escape, or the march, or the white buses or Raoul Wallenberg that gave them a passport, or any kind of testimonies and remembrance were recorded and today shown in the schools. We need to know our history, and the history of Europe is a tragic history. It is the continent where we have had most wars, more than anywhere else in the world throughout the history, until the European Union was founded. So this project is basically a project to promote peace.
We have to tell them that history is not something which is past, but history is something which has still an effect. And for this year, we have also to think about the First World War, which was perhaps on the route for the Second World War, and finally also for the Shoah, because we have to show to the citizen nationalism perhaps will not lead to another war, but to attacks. Again and again we have attacks against so-called minorities of citizens. And therefore I think it is very, very important to speak, especially with the younger generation, that these things are not past, and use also people who have their own story from their own family, very concrete, and to show how these Nazi regimes and the collaborators created a destruction of not only of individual life but of a whole society. And I think we don't want to be on the destructive side, we want to be on the constructive side, and that's the difference, to build up a new society with new challenges and overcome the old cleavages and the old racism.
So first of all, I really welcome this decision of the European Parliament to have the commemorative Day of the Holocaust as a permanent event. And this makes clear that I find several of similar measurements the most effective. First of all, education in school. We have only one chance. If we can make the young generation of any ages and any periods of our ages aware of what happened. On the second, we have to include even creativity projects with young people, as they are already done. There are some examples in the past already, and I find it a very good tool to bring young people to make them creative in commemorating and reflecting and drawing consequences out of the knowledge of the past mistakes of our human society. And then I think that politicians must start more than before to have clear statements against any harms which could happen, and violences against minorities, against races, against religions, against ethnics from the very first moment on. Much faster and much more strict in the very moment from the very beginning, just to bring down these flames already in the beginning. This is the one thing. We have to make very clear to the young people that democracy and peace, they are to be regained every single day.